Hello, Street Fighter fans. So today I'm going to do a run through Rose 10. This one is tricky, like most of the ones I put up, mostly because of her shadow. The shadow really throws me off a lot, and there's a lot of quick inputs, but they're not quite as fast as you think. There's only one that's really tricky that I struggled with a lot, and that was right in the middle, so it's very frustrating. So this is one of those ones where you want to sort of do it in two parts, like for practicing, to develop the muscle memory you need to finish this challenge. So we're going to do the demonstration so you can see what has to be done, and it's rather daunting because of that shadow thing just really messes you up, especially if you're not a Rose player. If you're a Rose player and you use that shadow V trigger, I'm sure you'd probably be used to it, but just if you're not a Rose player and you're just running through, just trying to beat the challenges, this one will really mess you up. So here's the demonstration.
It's your destiny. Soul powers nature. Fate or a foe! You must purify your soul more.
So yeah, that looks like a lot. Like there's quite a bit going on there, but so I don't really have any magic tricks on this one, other than to tell you that try to ignore the shadow as best you can, which is pretty hard to do. So the best way to start practicing this, or the hardest one that I found is to connect, is that standing hard kick to her fireball, and it's in close. You have to make sure you're in pretty close. So one thing to practice is activate your trigger, do a standing hard punch into a fireball like you would with any other Shoto character. So just practice this move here. What I find happening a lot was that I wasn't able to get the fireball out in time, and I couldn't figure out why. It's basically it's like any Shoto character when you're doing a cancel, when you're canceling a normal move into the special. You got to do it that fast. It's just with that shadow, it throws you off. So as you see, so actually, as you see, if you're going from Rose, her normal standing hard kick, to her special fireball punch there, normally, without the shadow, you can't do it. It's not enough. And that's... if I could even get it out. See, it won't combo. Like, it's just not enough room. It won't cancel. But when you're in the shadow will make those extra hits, give you just enough time to get it out, but you have to do it as if it could on a normal cancel. And if you see, her hand actually comes up and hits him twice. And then the same also applies from that crouch punch to that little spinning drill thing she does. So if you're in a crouch hard punch to kick, you can do that normally anyways, but you want to do it during this combo with the shadow out at the same speed. So you can see that's a 2-hit combo there. So those are the parts you want to practice. The only difference is with that last part, you can't get the light kick out back to back. That's where the shadow comes in. So that one gives you a little bit of time, but you have to do them all as if you're doing them one back to back without the shadow there. So I'm going to try to run through a couple of them and see if I can get this. I just got it a few minutes ago, but it took me like probably about a half an hour to figure out those little tips to try to get you through this one. As you see, I even missed that standing kick, and you'll get a lot of that. This one is just memorizing what's next a lot of the time.
destiny. Soul powers nature. Fate or a spot! You must purify your soul.
So there we go. I got a little lucky, made it quick, not as hard as it looks, but those are the parts to really practice. Like I said, it's just mostly practice that in your shadow, in your V-trigger, practice that standing hard kick to the hard fireball. And then once you've sort of mastered that, like, don't worry about the first three. The first three are straightforward. It's that standing hard to the hard punch fireball, and then work in the medium slide afterwards. Like, after you've got those three down, while in shadow mode.
Can you keep up?
Oops, I sort of messed that one up actually. But yeah, just what you want to do is work from the middle down and then work outwards.
Can you keep up?
So just, yeah. So I just worked on standing hard after I V-triggered, standing hard to the fireball, then the medium slide move to the crouch hard punch. Those are just how to start practice. Just practice that middle until you've got it down maybe like 8 or 9 times. So hopefully that'll help with practicing this one. This one is, like I said, it's tricky just because that shadow throws you off, and then if you're looking at the frames, if you're looking at the animations, that's going to throw you off. So try to go by memory and muscle on this one. So hopefully this will help you, anybody out there with it. Just it's more of a mental thing. You have to ignore that shadow as best as you can, because it's very confusing.
Can you keep up?
Yeah, and also that double hard kick, and then the hard kick and into the light kick drill move. That's a little tricky, but it's just basically you're almost mashing, going from the hard kick, light kick, and then into your critical art.
Can you keep up? It's the end for you. It's your destiny. Soul powers nature. Fate or a spot!
Yeah, you just got to keep in mind it's the same motion over and over again. You just got to switch from the hard kick to the light kick. So hopefully that'll help you out again. Sorry, I almost ended the video, but then I forgot about mentioning that part about the last part. But hopefully that'll help anybody out there. And if you like this video, just give me a like. You can subscribe if you want. Send requests, ask questions, please. Sometimes some people have different difficulties with parts of it that I may not. So if there's a part of it that I didn't cover that's giving you trouble, feel free to ask a question, and I will go back in and I'll run through it and I'll see if there's any timing issues. But yeah, I'm always happy to reply. Have a lot of fun with this one, and if you play with Rose, good on you, because I would never play with her online. She's crazy. And yeah, enjoy.